Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 15-part video series showing you how to create AS house. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template by clicking on New and then scroll down here, click on Architecture Template and then press OK. And then first thing we're going to do is we're going to save this and then just go to the location that you want to save this. So once you're in the location, you need to click on Option and then here maximum backup. You can put whatever you want, but I suggest at least 5, and then if you're a beginner, keep it around 20 or 10 so that you can come back to anything that if you made an error or anything, you can still come back to that file. So now you need to press OK. You can fill out the name. I'll just leave it like this and then click on Save. So if you type in UN, that's our project unit. We're using millimeters. So here we have millimeters, and then you'll be able to select different ones, but I like millimeters when doing this. So I'm gonna press escape and then press OK with that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my architecture, and here we have our grid line. We're gonna add vertical and horizontal grid line, and then here you will be able to select that, or you can type in GR. So GR for short, and then you'll be able to add lines now. So let's start by adding vertical lines. So I'm gonna click below and then above, make sure it's 90 degrees. And if we zoom in, it's number 1 grid line. You can then press escape and then escape again. These are elevation tags. So meaning that whatever we built here, you'll be able to select here and you'll be able to see it. So this is the west, north, south, and then east. So if you have a bigger layout or a bigger floor plan, you'll be able to select that and then drag it, and then you'll be able to move it so that all the model that you created will be seen here. So now let's zoom in here and then select the grid line number 1. And then from here, we'll be able to click under modify, copy, or you can type in CO. Once you type CO, you want to make sure that multiply is checked. So let's check that by selecting that. And then now, what we can do is we can click the grid line again and then put it on the right side. You can then now type the numbers that you need. So I'm going to type 4590, and then that's for the second. So I'm going to press enter. So it will create number 2, then 3940, and then 3925, and then again 2420. So now we have 5 grid lines, and then now we can press escape and then press escape again. Again, we're going to add another grid line, but this one is horizontal. So you can type in GR. That's the same thing as clicking this icon. Now we're going to add it from the right side to the left side. But here it started to create number 6 grid line. So we're gonna press escape and then escape again. You can then zoom in and then select that grid bubble. If you click that twice, you'll be able to change it. So I'm gonna put capital A and then enter. Zoom out, and then now we'll be able to type in CO because it's already selected, and then it's basically the same thing as going to modify and then clicking on copy command. And then multiple is already checked, so that's good. We could then pull it down. So I'm going to pull it down so that we could add the dimensions that we need. Make sure it's 90 degrees. And then now we're going to type in 4530. Next will be 4430. Next one is 5265. Next is 9560. And then lastly, we're going to pull this one a little bit more. 3565. So now we have everything. And then I like it because it's already in the center. We don't need to move it by selecting everything and then just dragging. So it's already in the middle. So I'm happy with that. We're going to add some dimension. So you can type in DI or clicking this icon. Basically, this one is actually above here, but I rather just add it here so that everybody can see because my screen is cut on this side. So now you can type in DI, and then here you can zoom in. We're gonna click on each and every grid line like this. So everything is done, and then we add an overall. Again, let's add each grid line on the horizontal plane and then an overall. We can put it upwards like that. But if you notice, I want to add some grid bubbles on the other side as well. The way you do it is you just need to zoom, select that, and then check it here. So that's the way you add another grid bubble on the ends. So I'm just adding those right here. And then if you notice, I have too much space here that I don't need. If you select one, and if you notice, there is a dash line. Basically, that indicates that if you move this, it will move everyone because everything is aligned. So I'm going to grab it from here, and then I'm going to move it. And notice that everything is moving as well. Okay, so press escape and then escape again. So now we're done adding our grid line. We can then go to our south elevation. So here for the ceiling plan, we don't need it yet. So we're going to move it or close it for now. Here, go to your south elevation. And as you notice, we have level 1 and level 2 created. So here, I'm going to change the name of level 1. So you just need to select. So click it twice, and then afterwards, you can type in. So ground floor. and then you need to say yes. Would you like to rename corresponding view? So it will change this one. If you say no, it won't change this one. So that's fine. And then this one, let's put it as first floor. Press yes. And then here, I want my ground to first floor to be around 300 only. But if you notice here, the tags are overlapping each other. So to fix that, you will need to select the ground floor. And then about here, you'll be able to see that there is a elbow. So you'll be able to add an elbow in order for you to fix any overlappings. So here you can see that there is a zigzag there, a very small zigzag, and you'll be able to click that to add an elbow. This elbow, you will be able to put it upwards or downwards or whatever direction that you want, that you deem that will be best for your layout and for you to be able to read it. So next, I'm gonna select my first floor, and you can use copy just to add this, or you could go to your architecture, and then here you'll be able to add levels. So you can type in LL, and once you put LL, you'll be able to add level 3 or whatever. Or it's easy to just select that, click on copy, or type in CO, grab it from there, pull it up, and then I'm gonna type in 3000. So it's created level 3, and then another one, another 3000 for the roof. But I want to rename this. So again, you need to select and then click and then second floor. This one, we're going to put roof. And then here, we need to pull it up so that we have space here, and in order for this one to be shown. If you notice, under our floor plan, the roof second floor is not showing. In order for this to show, what you need to do is you need to go to view and then go to plan views and then click on floor plan. After this, you'll be able to select this by holding on shift and selecting them both. If you have a lot, you will need to select the ones at the top and then hold on shift, and then you'll be able to select the bottom, and then you'll be able to highlight everything all at once and then press OK. And if you notice, we have it right here. So let's go back to south. So what happens if you didn't pull this one up? So right now, if we go to the roof, everything is showing. All our grid lines, especially 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 grid lines. And I want to show you, if you forgot to pull this up, what will happen is, if you go to roof, it will disappear on this because it's not hitting it. So the only thing you need to do is pull it up, give it some buffer, so you have some space here, and then you will just need to double check in each and elevation. So this one, as you can see, it's still showing, but give it some buffer, so there's some space. So north elevation, we already checked the south, and then the west elevation. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select that, and then we're going to pull it on the other side so that everything is showing. So now that everything is done, what we can do is we can go to our ground floor again, or sorry, our first floor. So now we need to go to our first floor and select that. And then as you can see, we have so many inactive views that confuse us. So sometimes if you have so many things that are open, it probably confuse you, or it will be very hard for your system, your computer to load. So what you need to do is just close this one. So close inactive view. So select that one. It will basically close everything except for the view that you have. And then here, as you know, we have our ground. We put everything, and we have some grid bubbles on each end. We're gonna do that here as well, because we're gonna concentrate on our first floor. So I'm just gonna add that here so that you guys can see where I'm putting all the walls, and you'll be able to follow. Okay, so now I'm gonna zoom in here. So now let's go to our architecture. You can type in WA, but I like clicking on wall so that we could click on whatever we have here. So now our generic 200 millimeters here. This is basically a wall assembly that is completely empty. And we also have some that are not empty and is already loaded. And we have this. So most of the time, like newer Revit, like from Revit 2021 and upwards, we don't have the generic anymore. So what you have to do, so that to empty this out, so to have some generic, is to just click on one of them. And what you have to do is click on edit, duplicate, and then let's just type exterior wall number 1. Press OK, edit, and then from here you'll be able to delete the exterior side of the assembly and then the interior side of the assembly. So now we just need to click on delete, select here, delete the last, only the core boundary and in between the core boundaries are the ones that will not be able to be deleted. Those are the starting point. So here, the thickness, let's put 150. For the materials, so let's select that. And then what I usually add is gypsum wallboard. Press OK, and then OK, and then OK again. So now we can start adding. So here we're going to add. We're going to start on our A1. But before we click anything else, what you have here is base constraint for first floor, and then top constraint is unconnected. And then here you'll be able to change it from here and also here. So now we're going to select here for our top constraint, we want it up to second floor. So now it will calculate and then it will give you 3000. And then here it will change as well once you change that. So you'll be able to select both, or you'll be able to change it in each side. So now you want to make sure that I want wall center line. You can change different ones like the core center line, finish exterior line, finish interior, and those kind of stuff. So what I usually put is wall center line, because I want my grid lines to be in the center of my wall. And then chain is already checked, so we're good. So now zoom in, click A1 up to A5, and then go down up to F5, and then again you need to click here F3, but before we click again, I want an extra 1475 between my 2 and 3 dimensions under F. So here I'm going to type in 1475 extra. And then after that, I'm going to go up, hitting my E grid line. And then here, I'm going to go here to the left side of the E line. And then here, I'm going to select E2, but I'm going to go over again around 565 from the E2. So just extra. And then here, I'm going to hit D line. And then I'm going to go on the left side of the D line around 2260. And then going up, this will be around 22150. And then hitting grid line number 1. And then completely going up to A1. So press escape and then escape again. So we're going to stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.